Hey guys, it is, I think, the 5th of June, Monday, beginning of a new week. I have self-titled, not really self, it's really my parents, let's be honest, my post-graduation restart. Spent today, like I got up and took a shower like a normal human, and then had my coffee and yes, watched some TV, but then looked at jobs. Got discouraged looking at jobs. Shocker. What is it with like people wanting you to have 3 to 7 years experience is about the average I'm seeing when I'm looking for writing jobs. It's not enough that I have an undergraduate degree or even a master's degree in creative writing and literature. I need to have paid work experience. 7 years seems a long time. I'm gonna pause this because I'm gonna walk on the street. I'll be back. Okay, hi. I shouldn't say walking on the street. I'm always walking on the street. The street back there though, Old Torf, is like, it runs east-west. It's like a major thoroughfare through like the beginning of South Austin. It's like always busy, always under construction, and always loud. So anyway, just trying to avoid that. I didn't really have much going on today other than like trying to do this reset. And sorry. I saw this post from my dear friend in Cambridge that he was feeling a little down today, and I didn't necessarily think I was. Walking by a family. I didn't necessarily think I was, but just in the come down from like all the hype and all the excitement and like the reality check, getting thrown back into reality, looking for a job, ones that I'm either exceedingly overqualified for or seemingly very underqualified for. And I don't know. I think I know I've written about it before, but I may have even talked about it before. I really went to Harvard to try to answer some questions about my future, and just like education and information will always do, instead of answering those questions, I don't know what's up with me right now. It just posed a lot more questions about what I want to be doing, where I want to be doing it, how to go about doing it. Actually, so part of the reason that I don't want to say triggered, because I hate that word, but I guess I kind of am, since I'm trying to prevent myself from crying. A professor that I know at Harvard that I've never even taken a class from, because of some of my friends from other programs. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, trying not to break down and cry on my walk in front of strangers in my neighborhood. So anyway, this professor that I know at Harvard that teaches subjects that I'm terrified of, that I became friends with, acquaintances, I don't know how you define it, I guess, through friends that I've made in other degrees and other programs. Camilla and Amber, I'll shout you guys out because you might not care, but this other person may. I had like a really deep heart-to-heart conversation with him during graduation week, if that's even possible, or as close to that as it can be. Told him a little bit about my background, how I ended up at Harvard trying to do what I'm doing, which is write this memoir about myself, which still half the time seems selfish in a way, but then in another way seems important for totally different reasons. Anyway, I made him a promise that after I got back home and settled, and I didn't even take my laptop to graduation because why? I would send him my memoir, which is also my memoir in progress, which is the thesis that I submitted for my master's degree. And I just sent it to him not even 3 hours ago. And he already sent me back a message that was really touching and thoughtful, and it makes me want to continue pursuing it. Not that I didn't have plans to, because I did, but having that formal structure, deadlines, people holding you accountable to what you say you're going to do when you're in school, because you're getting graded and people are evaluating you. It really makes me scared to not be in that environment. I mean, I turned my thesis in on December 1st of 22 and haven't really looked at my book since then. Ooh, I hope you guys can hear the water running, which, like, let's see if you can see it. I have taken some pictures before and like maybe even posted some video, but there's a creek that runs parallel to my house that usually this time of year looks like a rock bed because we're in a drought, entering a drought, but it has rained so much over the last, I don't know, month now. My parents left in like, I don't know, maybe the second week of May to go to Europe. Rained pretty much the entire time they were gone. Pardon me. Took a few weeks off and then now has started raining again. So it's really nice in a place where we often have stagnant water to hear water flowing. Anyway, I just was walking past that. I digress. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of in this, I've been saying this, I feel like, for a long time, transition period between being done with all my coursework, being done with my thesis, having submitted it, and not really knowing what comes next. You know, anybody that has any sort of following of me, this channel, my socials, know that I was toying with law school, the idea of going to law school. I've always wanted to go to law school, but I think I have at least equal excitement around the idea of getting a PhD. I kind of feel like that pigeonholes me into teaching, which is something that I have avoided literally my entire youth and my entire adult life. I even tried to approach it once when I was in my first master's program. Okay, now I'm about to be on like a really busy street, so I'll be back. Okay, so here I am sitting at Starbucks towards the end of my walk. Love that my super white Scottish face gets so red even when I'm just a little bit hot, not even a lot. But anyway, and I am sitting along my noisy street, but hopefully it's not too bad. So anyway, I guess I kind of just made like a vent session accident. That wasn't really my intent going into it, but that's kind of what happened. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm like I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place of like what I want to do and what my family wants me to do, and that's always the position that I'm put in. That's the position I was put in when I wanted to go to Harvard, because I don't think anybody thought I could do it, but haha. I mean, not that my parents don't have faith in me, that's unfair. I think it would really hurt their feelings if I actually believed that, but yeah. You know, when you have momentum in a certain direction and like you feel good about the progress you're making, it's really hard to want to give that up and focus on something that you have no desire to focus on. I mean, not that I'm saying like, I know I have to work, but I think my dad has this idea that I'm going to work for like Tesla or Apple or some insane company like that because that's what he did, and that's like not my MO. I have no intention of doing that. Like, I would much rather apply for the job that I found in New York with a publisher today that pays $42,000 a year and like struggle to live the life that I want to live, as opposed to some cushy life with a big house. Not that I have a big house, but I mean, I'm very fortunate that I have a home, excuse me, home, and a home that's paid for, but it's in a place that I really hate, and everyone knows that. So, yeah, I guess I'll cut this vent sesh off, since I don't know that I'm really offering anything productive for anyone else, which is always kind of my intent, right? When I put something out into the world, I want to be able to offer somebody else a piece of advice or help or something that I've discovered that maybe people don't know about. And like I said at the very beginning, I started the master's at Harvard specifically, not at Texas State, looking to answer questions, and it gave me more questions and less answers. So yeah, but I am proud of myself, because even though it's not my normal distance, during this whole time, if you guys couldn't tell, I've been on a walk, and the week of graduation was just too frantic and too busy, and then last week I was so ruined, not physically, but I mean, I was mentally exhausted and emotionally exhausted, and so I really wallowed in my sleeping in late, not doing anything, eating whatever the hell I wanted, not exercising. So at least I know that that's something I want to focus on, and that I want to get back in a routine on. And also reading. I haven't read for fun since like the holidays. That was a long time ago. So I'm going to put this out here in the universe to anybody that sees this. In the next week, I really want to get back on a plan to like reading regularly, because reading is one of the things that helps writers the most, regardless of what it is. So I'm going to sign off. Clearly I'm a bit of a mess, but I just kind of, after all the pomp and circumstance and celebration, wanted to be real with like what I've been feeling really today, but over the last few days. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.